Hello, this is Sean Matthews for the Week 4 assignment of Intro to Java. This one took me a little bit longer than I had hoped. Um, not necessarily due to the classes, but I was fixating on hard variables and trying to output to them when in fact I was trying not to use hard variables and a bunch of other simple things that, well, are simple now, but were confusing to begin with. So here's my program. This was creating classes and then creating the constructors and calling instances of those classes. I created 4 files out of the original currency converter. I have my original get data, which is the driver that runs everything basically, that calls all the stuff. That's my main. I have my currency conversion Java, which is where I'm doing all the math for converting the end values or total values after you feed in your base amounts. And I have all of them located in here. There's 5 different kinds. I also have the hard data. Again, I was fixating on the hard data like I mentioned when we started this. However, I'm not using any hard data. I'm using all scanner inputs. So this one here threw me for a loop for a little bit. So I just commented that part out. Down here, I did go ahead and create a little introductory window. So when you run the program, I'll show you what that looks like. I was trying to figure out how to clear out a screen, but as the professor stated to me earlier today, that's something we're working on later on. So I went ahead and commented that out as well. The last file I created was the input routine. This is any of the incoming data. Here I put in all the variables that I'm basically using. Here's where you do the inputs for all the base types, how much US dollars you're going to be using, and then the conversion rates of the other 5 formats. In here, I'm also handling how the formatting is going to work for the currencies once they're completed. And I also have the outputs, what's going to be printed on the output on the console. Technically, this could probably be in a different file because this is actually called the input routine. So we'll go ahead and go over to get data, and we'll go ahead and run this here. So first thing you'll see, it comes up with just a little itty bitty blurb that I created. I created an extra space so it's spaced out. It's going to ask you how much money do you want to have in US dollars. We'll say we have $1,000. What's the currency of Canadian? We'll say it's $1.24. What's the Swiss francs? We'll say the Swiss francs is pretty spot on, close to what ours is. We'll just say it's 102, whatever the actual value is. The euro I know is a little bit valuable, they're more valuable than ours, so it's 86 cents to our US dollar. The Indian rupee, I'll say, is there's quite a bit of a difference on there, so we'll say it's 450.76, whatever random number there is. And then the last thing for the Danish kroner, and we'll say that's 2.56 to the dollar. So when I hit enter, it's going to print it out for us. So there's $1,000 in. It's going to convert all the other values for us automatically. And that's what I have for my program. Thank you very much.